Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3. Going live tonight about 3-year-old baby KJ who was left in the hot car and passed away, tragically. Very tragic incident all the way around. I'm not gonna say accident. I'm gonna say incident. Um, Let me just check my audio, and then we're gonna get right into these details. It's a slight update. It's not a big update, but it's a slight update and some information that came across today. Trying to make sure the audio is good because I'm gonna play the audio here in a bit. And I want to make sure it's heard because we had a little hiccup the last time and the audio couldn't be heard when I played it. Let's see. So first what we're gonna do, let me share my screen. Very handsome baby boy. Very handsome. But like I said, some of the family members have identified who was allegedly the person that is allegedly the transporter whom left the baby in the vehicle. Let's see if I can get to that. Here it is. So apparently this here, allegedly, this is Keila Stanford, the worker who was responsible for leaving this baby in this vehicle. Let me see. Very. Trying to check on handsome baby boy. Thing. Very handsome. But like I said, some of the family members Yes. How identified was allegedly the person that is allegedly the transporter whom left the baby in the vehicle. Let's see if I can. So yeah, this is her, Keila Stanford. She's been identified by the family as the person who allegedly left this baby boy in the hot car. No news outlets, the investigators, police, anybody has released any information of who was driving, any names or anything, but the family has released this picture and the name. Let's see. I'm gonna go to this audio clip and make sure we can hear it.
And the way you rushed us when we come up there to see that baby.
And I got sidetracked and stopped off and got something to eat. And when I came out, instead of going to the left to the daycare because I got called and said I didn't have a cake, I instantly said in my head, well, I'm done for the day and go home.
Man, you love my son.
Instead of going to the daycare, I came home. And I didn't know he was in, I forgot he was back there. I am so sorry.
Really? Don't you?
Baby, you got us sick over here. We can't breathe. You left a 3-year-old in a car. He couldn't defend himself. You ain't tried. You supposed to look in your back seat when you knew that it was a child with you from the get-go. You're not right. The Lord not gonna bless you, and it's nothing that you can call and say to make him feel better. That's wrong.
I'm not trying to make him feel better. I'm not. There's
You
nothing I
need to
can
go
say to
turn
make none
yourself
of y'all
into the
feel
county
better.
jail because you
I'm so
killed his
sorry.
baby.
Sorry, sorry. Don't even express
You
how
killed his
deeply
baby.
sorry
That's what I'm
I am.
telling you. You killed his baby. It's nothing that you can say to make him feel better. Every time he went to a visit, you rushed him. You wouldn't even let him have a decent time with his baby. Every time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that you rushing the process, but you ain't left a baby in the car for 5, 6 hours. That don't make any sense, ma'am.
I'm truly, truly, truly. And so sorry is not even enough to express how bad I feel. I am so sorry for your family. I'm so sorry for your family. And I offer my condolences to the sincerest. That was not my intention. I promise you I wouldn't have done that to your son.
He don't even have nothing to say to you, ma'am. Every time you brought that baby to a visit, you rushed us to see him, but you left that baby in that hot ass car and you went inside your home and you was in there under air comfortably, and this baby died in a car. He suffocated. He didn't have no help, no nothing. You got the child safety lock on the doors. You didn't think to look in the back seat?
Yeah, this is her, Keila Stanford.
No, ma'am, I did not. I didn't even get when I got the car. Normally, when I come up in the garage, my husband's car was in the driveway, and I parked on the side. I was aware until I got a call from the foster parent. Like I said, I wouldn't have done that on purpose. I wouldn't have killed no child.
So how far is your home from the daycare?
My home from the daycare is about about a good 15 minutes.
So you telling me you skipped all past his school?
My home from the daycare is about
So that's the audio that was released. I don't think they released the full audio from the call. I think it was just that video with that slight audio. Let me see. Yeah, seems so. Yeah, that was basically the audio that was released by the family of the call that they had with the worker. And this is the identity that the family released. They said that this is the worker. Keila Stanford, again, as I stated earlier, no news has came out with the name or picture or anything like that. As far as I know, I haven't seen any news article where the police have confirmed her identity like this. So right now, this all is allegedly, but this is what was released from the family. This picture and this audio. Like I said, she reached out to the family. That audio was the phone call between her and the family that took place recently, within the last few days. Um, let me see. And supposedly this is the caseworker. So they released this picture saying this was his case DHR caseworker that didn't give a cause of death. So I'm assuming she called and notified the family, but didn't give them a cause of death. Obviously, all this is allegedly. Um, this again. This is the family member saying this is the transporter, Keila Stanford. Um, this is the judge who was presiding over this baby's custody case and everything like that. And then also something else that I found out, this baby has been in foster care since he was born. He never went home in his parents' custody. From what I was reading, he's been in foster care with a foster family since the day since he was born and was released from the hospital. So they look like they immediately took this baby into custody. There's no details as to why he was in custody, but the family does say that he was in DHS custody. He was with a foster family from the day he was born. Um, welcome in for those that are very thank you. Thank you for letting me know that you can hear everything. Let me know if I need to replay it. If you missed any of it, I will replay it for you. But again, I'm just going over an update in baby KJ's case, the 3-year-old that died in Alabama in a hot car after the worker left him. So she gave her timeline that she gave to the family was supposedly immediately after she left the visit, she got a phone call saying she had no more cases or anything more work for the day. So she decided she was gonna go straight and get something to eat immediately after she left the visit. Saying, "Oh, I forgot. My mind just went straight to, oh, I don't have any more work for today. So I decided that I'm gonna just go ahead and go home." And then I decided, oh, let me go get something to eat before I go home. And this how I managed to forget him. But my thing is, the family was asking, which we didn't hear the full audio. They was asking, well, how far is your home from the daycare or from where he was doing his visit at? Because you know how did you, within that short amount of time from leaving the visit place to getting that phone call, forget that baby was in that back seat? And you made those other stops along the way. So you didn't just leave there and go straight home. You left there, went got food, went to a tobacco shop. You got in and out of your car multiple times before you even got home. And then she says, oh, I parked in the driveway. I didn't park in my garage because my husband's car was already in the garage. Just neither here nor there, because the inside of that car was gonna be scorching hot regardless whether you parked in the driveway or up in the garage. That car was still gonna be scorching hot because it still was a very hot day. With the heat index, it still got up over 100 degrees. So it doesn't matter if you were in a garage or in your driveway, ma'am. So calling and crying and apologizing like that family was saying in their audio, that doesn't bring that baby back. It does not bring him back. He's gonna be still passed away. He's still unalive. Um, No matter how much you apologize, say you're sorry, nothing you're gonna say is gonna console that child's family, his father, his mother, anybody. Nothing you say can bring this child back. They're still gonna be hurt regardless. So it's called. So for me, I don't even know what her intent was behind making that phone call to his family. To me, that phone call shouldn't have been made because you're just adding salt to the wound at this point. You're not calling and saying what happened. And you just calling and making excuses and saying, "Oh, I forgot. They told me I didn't have no more work for the day, so I decided I was gonna just go home." But in the meanwhile, this baby was in the back seat. Nothing told you to check on this baby in the back seat. I'm still wanting to know, did the baby go to sleep soon as you put him in the back seat? Or what? Did he not make any? Because again, this is not an infant. This is not a newborn. This is a 3-year-old toddler. We all know toddlers are very active, very outspoken. When they in the back seat of a car, if you ain't got nothing entertaining them, they're gonna be kicking the back of your seat, making noise, what have you. They're gonna be doing all that in the back seat. So how did she not hear this baby? Is what I'm concerned about. For her to immediately say, "Oh, I got the call," and I immediately thought I'm going home. But you literally just put this baby in your car seat. So I want to know how much time lapsed between her putting him in the car seat, driving away from their place. Because when you left there, you're supposed to be going straight to the daycare. So getting in it, put him in the car, you get in the car. Did you immediately get the call that said you didn't have any more work for the day? Did you get the call before you left there and you had already made up in your mind, oh, I'm going home when I leave here? And then when you put the baby in the car seat, you still in your mind saying, I ain't got no work, so I'm going home. I just want to know the full timeline of her getting that call and from her leaving that place to her getting that call. Was it before they left the place or was it immediately after or what? Because the only thing she says in the audio is, I got a call that said I didn't have any more work for the day. And I decided I was going to get something to eat and go home. But she's still in there. She never mentioned nothing about this baby in the back seat in, in that phone call. Only thing she said was she was giving her reasons as to why it happened. Well, trying to give her reasons anyway. But who I have on the screen here, like I said, the family said this is the judge that's been over this baby case since the family has been fighting for custody. The aunt also made a post. Let me go back again. The transporter right here, Keela Stanford. Let's see. It was a post that the aunt wrote that stated they had been trying to get him. Let me see. Let me see. I can't find it right now. But she stated that the baby been in foster care since he was born. She states that the family has been trying to get custody from aunts and uncles to all of the relatives. They had been doing evaluations, home visits, everything that they needed to do to try to get the baby, and the judge just would not give the baby to anybody in the family. The dad, she said, had been doing supervised visits. Let me see. I'm trying to find this post if it's still here, if I can locate it. But she had gave a little information to this. Let's see. Let's see. Okay, she says he had good family support from uncles, aunts, and cousins. So all that unfit ish that's going on across these social media sites, asked the HR why they didn't never want to give him back to his family after all these supervised visits, still taking care of him from infant, signed the login sheet every week for visits, to being fingerprinted, to background check, to home evaluation, to the judge. Judge Pringles and social workers not allowing right procedures. I'm not letting up on nobody. So basically, what she's saying, if they've been hit the whole family, as you can see, aunts, uncles, cousins, what she's saying is they all went through evaluations trying to get custody of this baby. Got fingerprinting, background checks, did home evaluation, all the steps that you have to take to be able to take custody if you're trying to get custody of a child, trying to be a guardian or foster parent. They went through all of that and they still were not granted custody of this baby. He still was not given back to his dad, wasn't given to anybody in the family. And she says she made the allegation that something about the judge. Like, and all of this is, I'm just going off of what was posted as alleged because I haven't had anything concrete that says this. What I'm just going off what the auntie was saying. She said they went through everything. Um, been going through supervised visits. You can see he had a birthday just passed in February. He just turned 3 this past February, and they celebrated his birthday with him and all that at the place where they were having a supervised visit. So it's not like this baby was in foster care and parents weren't trying to get him back. People were trying to get this baby. Again, this is the judge. She said this is Judge Pringles. And there's people's in the comments saying she's horrible, saying, they had run-ins with her and how she talks to people and all that. Like I said, all of this is alleged. I have nothing's been released.
Was left in a hot car while in the care of DA.
Like I said, that's the judge. This is the worker who left the baby in the car. And then this is his caseworker right here. They're saying she's the caseworker. I'm going to go to, let me exit out of this. Keela, see if I can. Let me see, is this a longer audio? Let me see.
And I got sidetracked and stopped off and got something to eat. And when I came out, instead of going to the left to the daycare because I got called and said I didn't have a case, and I instantly said in my head, well, I'm done for the day and go home.
Man, you
And
love
when I
my
came out,
son
instead
even.
of going to the daycare, I came home.
She may be to shut her page down. Yeah, see, y'all comments have been disabled on the page. They probably was on her page commenting and all type of stuff. Let's see, all comments are disabled on all of her posts. Yeah, she shut her page down. You can't see no new posts or anything like that. So yeah, those posts were posted by the family. I just wanted to come and bring that information that I had got, that I saw where the family had released those names. Again, they said it's the judge that has been presiding over the custody case since the baby was born. Family been trying to get them. From what I can understand, it's been roadblock after roadblock. Although they followed everything and did everything, been cleared, fingerprinted, background, home evaluations, she never gave them the baby. They've been doing supervised visits since this baby been in foster care. Um, Again, this is Keeler Stanford. This is allegedly the transporter that took him from that was transporting him between from the daycare to the visits and supposedly back to the daycare. But on this day, she missed the daycare, did not go towards the daycare. From her own words, instead of making the turn to go to the daycare, she turned and went the other way. For the love of God, I don't know what made her make that decision when you knew you had the baby in the car. We're gonna listen to the audio one more time. Um, and this is the worker. This is the caseworker that was on his case, and I'm assuming she called the family, but she didn't give a cause of death because it says the HR caseworker that didn't give a cause of death. And we're going to audio one last time.
And the way
I
you
went to
rushed
the,
us when we
I
come up
headed
there to
to the
see that
daycare,
baby.
and I got sidetracked and stopped off and got something to eat. And when I came out, instead of going to the left to the daycare because I got called and said I didn't have a case, and I instantly said in my head, well, I'm done for the day and go home.
Man, you
And when
left
I
my
came out,
son in
instead
the.
of going to the day and go home, and I instantly said in my head, well, I'm done for the day because I got called and said I didn't have something to eat. And when I came out, instead of going to the left to the daycare because I got called and said I didn't have a case, and I instantly said in my head.
So her first thought when because I'm just going by her words that she spoke. I left the place for the visit and decided I was gonna go straight to get something to eat. When I left from getting something to eat, instead of me going left to go to the daycare, I went right and went the other way because I decided I was going home because I was told I didn't have no more work for the day. So when she left the place, her mind went straight to go get something to eat. Why wasn't your mind on go take this baby back to daycare first? That should have been the first thought. This baby in the backseat of this car supposed to go from his visit straight to daycare. Why did he not go straight to daycare? Then after that, you go get something to eat, what have you, do whatever else you were gonna do. This timeline I'm hearing don't make no sense, but I'm gonna play it. Y'all tell me what y'all am I tripping?
Yeah, well, I'm done for the day and go home.
Man, you
And when
left
I
my
came out,
son in
instead of
the.
going to the daycare, I came home. And I didn't know he was in, I forgot he was back there. I am so sorry.
Really? Don't you?
Baby, you got us sick over here. We can't breathe. You left a 3-year-old in a car. He couldn't defend himself. You ain't tried. You supposed to look in your back seat when you knew that it was a child with you from the get-go. You're not right. The Lord not gonna bless you, and it's nothing that you can call and say to make him feel better. That's wrong.
I'm not trying to make him feel better. I'm not. There's
You
nothing I
need to
can
go
say to
turn
make
yourself
none of
into
y'all
the
feel
county
better.
jail because you
I'm so
killed his
sorry.
baby.
Sorry, sorry, don't even express
You
how
killed his
deeply
baby.
sorry
That's what I'm
I am.
telling you. You killed his baby. It's nothing that you can say to make him feel better. Every time he went to a visit, you rushed him. You wouldn't even let him have a decent time with his baby. Every time, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, that you rushing the process, but you left a baby in the car for 5, 6 hours. That don't make any sense, ma'am.
I'm truly, truly, truly. And so sorry is not even enough to express how bad I feel. I am so sorry for your family. I'm so sorry for your family. And I offer my condolences to the sincerest. That was not my intention. I promise you I wouldn't have done it to your son.
He don't even have nothing to say to you, ma'am. Every time you brought that baby to a visit, you rushed us to see him, but you left that baby in that hot ass car and you went inside your home and you was in there under air comfortably, and this baby died in a car. He suffocated. He didn't have no help, no nothing. You got the child safety lock on the doors. You didn't think to look in the back seat.
No, ma'am, I did not. I didn't even get when I got the car. Normally, when I come up in the garage, my husband's car was in the driveway, and I parked on the side. I did not. I was aware until I got a call from the foster parent. Like I said, I wouldn't have done that on purpose. I wouldn't have killed no child.
So how far is your home from the daycare?
My home from the daycare is about a good 15 minutes.
So you telling me you skipped all past his school?
And that's where the audio ends at. I don't know if we'll get the rest of it or not. But we do got that part, that little 3-minute snippet of it. If I get the rest of it, I'll upload that as well. But from what I gathered from that audio and the question they was asking her and how she answered it, she left the visit, the center where they were visiting, and went straight to get something to eat. There was no let me go to the daycare and drop him off and then I go get something to eat, enjoy the rest of my day. No. She left that center dead set on I'm going to go get me something to eat and go about my day. She didn't think about drop because if you just the last question that we heard on the audio before it cut, they asked her how far is your house from the daycare. She said her house is 15 minutes, another 15 minutes after the daycare. So she packed like so her saying I turned one way and instead of the way of the daycare, you still pass the vicinity of the daycare. If your house is 15 more minutes beyond the daycare, somewhere in there you was in the vicinity of the daycare that you could have took that baby to daycare. So I'm sitting here asking myself, did she leave the visit? Did she before she left the visit? I'm sorry. Did she get that phone call that said you don't have any other cases today? So her getting that phone call made her go, oh well, I'm just gonna go get something to eat and go home. After she put this baby in the back seat, instead of saying, oh, let me take him first. It was on her mind. I'm going to get something to eat and I'm going home because I'm through working for the day. Like this baby never crossed her mind again after she put him in that back seat. So to me, she had to get that call before she left that center. And to me, this whole thing is just a tragedy. This baby should be alive and living his life. This baby was 3 years old. He ain't even go to kindergarten yet. He ain't even begin to live. 3 years old and gone already because somebody negligence. And the fact that the police are saying, oh, no charges have been filed, she's not been arrested, they haven't officially identified her, anything like that. What's taking so long, baby? Because if it was his foster parents that had did it, they'd have been charged. If it was the birth parents, he was still in their custody, they would have been charged immediately if one of them had left him in the car. Why is it taking so long to arrest this DHR worker? Why? What's the it's like? It's not taking this long to investigate. We know the baby died because he got left in the hot car. We know who left him in the hot car. We know the timeline of events of him getting left in the car. It was negligence all day long, so she needs to be charged. At minimum, with criminally negligent homicide is what she need to be charged with. Something along them lines. Because I'm not gonna sit here and say she premeditated leaving the baby in the car, but when it comes down to it, it was criminally negligent homicide because in criminally negligent homicide, if we look it up, it says, let me see. If I'm not mistaken, but for criminally negligent homicide is a negligent act. Yes, it says a criminal charge involving the death of a person caused by the negligent actions of another, where the negligence is considered so severe that it warrants criminal charge, but without the intent to kill. It's essentially a form of involuntary manslaughter where the defendant's conduct, though not intentional, demonstrates a reckless disregard for human life. And that's what we have here. That's why I said, at minimum, she needs to be charged with negligent homicide, criminally negligent homicide, or either involuntary manslaughter. They one and the same. One might be a little bit harder to prove than the other, but sh- I'm right here with this. She needs to be charged. She definitely needs a charge, and I want to know why it's taking so long for her to get this charge. What is it? What more information do y'all need to charge this lady with this baby being gone? That's what I want to know. But that's I ain't gonna. I'm getting ready to get off of her. I was just coming to give that little bit of an update to play that audio that I had came across and to show those pictures that I had came across, those identities, because they're not no news, because the news hadn't got any confirmation, so they're not gonna say, "Hey, this is who the family say did it," because it hadn't been she hasn't been officially identified yet by the police. Police hadn't released her name in the pictures, hadn't said this is who officially was the transporter, this is her name, or this is like, because they haven't charged her, so the police aren't gonna come out and name her because they haven't charged her yet. But when is these charges coming? Because again, if this has been this child, parents left this child in this car, they would have been charged. We see it time and time again. When parents leave their children in cars and they die in the back seat of those hard cars, even if they don't die, they've been in there 2, 3 hours and miraculously they survive, because I've seen that too. They still get charged with child abuse and neglect. So where's her charge at? This baby died in the back seat of her car, parked in her driveway at her home. Come on with these charges. But I'm gonna get up out of here. If they do come back and release more information and say she's been charged, if the police finally release a statement, I'll have that uploaded and posted as well. Have a good night, everyone. And again, thanks for tuning in. Um, this was just a little short live tonight to give this little short update, brief update that I had came across. Again, thank you all for tuning in. I'll catch you next time on True Crime Chronicles: Pursuit of Truth.